Today we are making this chickpea and harissa stew with a creamy, dilly, herby yogurt dolloped on top. It's a flavour bomb, packed full of satisfaction, a one-pot wonder, and it takes 10 minutes. It is amazing. This is one of the most popular recipes I've ever written. And you can see why, because it takes 10 minutes, but it is so beautiful. It is a tomato and chickpea harissa stew. And first things first, you just gotta whack your pan on a really high heat. You're gonna grab 2 garlic cloves and finely slice them. Now we've chopped the garlic, it's about the right time to add the tomatoes. Tumble those in. And they'll start to blister. This is one of my favourite ways to cook tomatoes, and specifically the pomodoro or the plum tomatoes. I think it really naturally brings out all that sweetness and it really just accentuates the tomatoey flavour, but then you still have the tomato whole, which I think is key to really appreciate a tomato. Otherwise, you should just be using a canned tomato. So at this stage, it gets quite spiffy, so I sometimes like to cover it and then whack it up even further and just keep on shaking it. When you're starting to get that colour on some of the sides, that is when is a good time to add the garlic. Garlic cooks really quickly, so what you want to do is really just let it kind of become fragrant in there for about 30 seconds. So now that garlic has just begun to turn really golden. And this is around the time that you want to add your chickpeas. If you've got a jarred chickpea, if you've got a bulb bean chickpea, you may be able to open the jar like that if you're really strong, but I'm not, so I give it a whack. What is so beautiful about this dish is nothing is going to waste, because you're going to use all of that amazing bean stock that the chickpeas are sitting in, which is this salty umami flavour bomb that should never be wasted. And what it's going to do is act as a way to deglaze the pan from any of that sticky tomato garlicky thing going on and make sure it's all in the sauce. So I'm going to whack the heat up to medium and just let that bean stock reduce. I don't think you need it, but if you're feeling like you need some greens in your life, this is the moment. Whack it in now and it will cook and be cooked perfectly by the time you serve. This is cooking for about kind of 5 to 10 minutes, and it's the perfect time to make our herby yogurt. Lovely Greek yogurt here, natural yogurt, whatever you have. And we're just going to grate 1 clove of garlic in here, the zest of a lemon, dill. I love dill. Stalks and all, because who can be bothered to trim dill from stalks? Not me. Finally, we have these lovely salty capers. And that all just comes together for a really tangy, delicious, fragrant, dollopy sauce that you top this beautiful harissa chickpea number with. Now the chickpeas have reduced by about half, I'm gonna add the harissa. 1 tablespoon will be fine. I like it hot, so I'm going for 2. Letting it melt into the dish. What I love about this dish is that it really is a kind of one-pot wonder, and you can see that the beans are the star of the show. So we've got the blistered garlicky tomatoes simmered with the queen chickpeas and a load of harissa, and that has all just come together into this beautiful stew. And then we've got our herby yogurt that we made earlier with dill and capers and lemon. And really, if you notice, we didn't actually season this dish, but that's because the beanstalk has a really good level of seasoning, so it should be fine. But now is also a good time to check for seasoning, add any more salt if you need it. That is perfect. It is seasoned to perfection. I love it. And what is so great about this dish is it really is a concept. You can add any spice paste that goes with a tomato curry, so chicken tikka, whatever it is, and add it to the tomatoes, the garlic and the chickpeas, and just customize the yogurt so it kind of complements the flavors. You might want to finish with a little bit of olive oil. And you could serve this with kind of crusty bread, some flatbreads, pittas, but you really can just have it by itself. There is so much going on there, but it takes 10 minutes. So this kind of sort of dish is perfect for when You're working from home, you really can't be bothered to cook, but you want something healthy and nourishing, but packed full of satisfaction. I love it, and the Queen Chickpeas really do shine. They are the star of the show.